What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Surfing the Stream, where every week we are on a quest to find out what is the greatest movie of all time. So this week I am taking a look back at the movie X, with Maxine coming out in the near future. I reviewed this movie with Josh, and I remember going into that movie with little to no expectations, and then being completely blown away by it. And it ended up being one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Like, I remember watching it one day and then watching it again the next day, just because I found it so spectacular. So, going into this, I wanted to revisit the first two movies and see if I still have the same feelings about it. And it's more so I'm ready to review and rewatch Pearl more than anything, just because I felt let down by that. But I don't know if it was because of expectations or whatever the case was, right? So revisiting X, I absolutely still love this fucking movie. The ending is absolutely phenomenal. I think it's one of the best endings in horror movies in general. You get attached to all the characters, for better or for worse, throughout the course of the movie. And I think the overall premise of the movie is just, it's just fucking awesome, guys. Like, the fact that, spoiler alert for X, if you have not seen it, 100% go watch a trailer and then watch the movie, or just go jump into it, guys, because it is 100% worth it. Last I heard, it was on Netflix. So I love the fact that this whole movie is based around grandma she just wants to fuck, she just wants to have sex, and you can't blame an old lady for wanting it, okay? And the fact that they can tie that around this group of people filming a porno is just, it's just awesome. Like, it's one of those stories that, like, okay, like, why did we not think about this before? Like, it just makes sense, and it is just so unique, so original, while also paying homage to some of the horror movies that came before it. Like, this is 100% a OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre slasher film type of horror movie. You can see that woven through the film at all times, okay? Like, it feels like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. But with that being said, they are able to make it their own and make it unique, while also looking back at some of the older horror movies that have come before it. So I really do appreciate that they were able to do that. But the characters are awesome. It's got this dark humor moving through it, and I 100% appreciate it, because it keeps the levity up a little bit. And then the ending is, again, one of the best endings of all time. I am a sucker for a dark, serious horror movie that ends on comedic beats, and that's what this movie did for the most part. Like, yeah, there's some comedy throughout the entire movie, but the ending, like, it's just so exaggerated that I can't not love it. And I'm not a huge fan of comedy in my horror in general, but for whatever reason, this movie just strikes a chord with me. If you have not watched this movie, 100% go watch it right now. I could not recommend a better horror movie out there. And it's got it's not scary. It doesn't really, like, the horror elements are definitely there by all means, like, it's a slasher film, but I never felt scared. A lot of it takes place during the day. I would say, 60% of the movie takes place during the day, and then a lot of the rest happens at night. But it's not like you're waiting for a jump scare or anything like that, thank God. Because I hate jump scares. I think they're so cliche in horror movies. But I think they're able to battle those cliches and kind of set their own path. And I really do appreciate that they were able to make something very unique in this crowded horror genre. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below if you have seen X. I am super excited to go see Maxine and rewatch Pearl. So be on the lookout for that review, or you can check out the review that Josh and I did previously, where we dive in depth into that movie. But guys, that's going to be it from me, and I will catch y'all next time on another episode. Laters.